and welcome back to another new episode of the Mets March to October. Today starts the postseason. After a record-breaking 121-41 season, we obviously secured the first seed. We got to skip past the wild card round, and today we face division rival Miami Marlins in the division series. Now, I think I mentioned at the end of the last episode that I planned on starting this episode with a mini version of a stat recap, but I think I'm not going to do that. I'm changing my plan. The plan for today is to just go ahead and win the division series, and then while we're at it, move on, win the championship series, and then that'll be good for this episode. And then it'll be next episode where we win the World Series, and then we do our entire stat recap after the World Series is over. I know I sound very full of myself there, just assuming we're going to make it all the way there. No hiccups or anything, which I guess that's what 121 regular season wins will do for you, but we gotta remember everything's reset now. Us and the Marlins are on an equal playing field, so I gotta stay locked in, I gotta stay playing well, and we gotta handle business against Miami like we have been all year. I do real quick want to talk about our postseason roster and some lineups, because after his pinch hit home run to secure our record-breaking 117th win, Brett Beatty is staying up for this postseason run. He's still here, and it was Dan Vogelback that got the boot. So he'll be getting the starts against right-handed pitching, and it improves our fielding a little bit because we're able to move Mark Canha then to DH, and then Happ can go out and play left. When it comes to pitching, this is where I really hope the game just doesn't mess with what I've set up, because that's a problem I've had in the past, is I try and reset the rotation in the postseason, and then after one game they just completely change it back to whatever they want, they being the CPU, the game itself. So originally the game had our postseason rotation set up with Scherzer in the bullpen, Tyler McGill as the 5th starter, and then David Peterson and Quintana as the 3 and 4 starters. And in the postseason, the 5th starter is never used. It's basically a bullpen arm. So that would mean that 2 of our best pitchers in Tyler McGill and Max Scherzer wouldn't even get any postseason starts. And then David Peterson, who was probably our worst starter, he definitely was our worst starter, and then Quintana, who didn't have the best season himself out of the bullpen, they would be getting the starts instead, and I don't want that. I want Scherzer and McGill to get those starts. It's just all going to come down to whether or not the game itself messes with what I've set up here. But for game 1 of the division series, we are tied 0-0 with Miami here in the top of the 6th. They got a couple runners on, threatening a little bit, but already 2 outs. We just need to get 1 out, get out of this little jam, and then it's a 0-0 game the rest of the way, and we have no hits. We're being no hit. Oh no. And it's Luis Ariz that we got to deal with right away. Probably not the most fun hitter to face with 2 runners on. Senga's got a lot of energy left. He's only given up 2 hits and no walks, so these 2 base runners on right now are literally the only base runners he's allowed all game. And then yeah, we have no hits on the board. Marte got walked once, and that's our only base runner, so at least it's not a perfect game being thrown, but we have to turn things around. And I wouldn't have planned on taking Senga out right here anyway, but it's actually a better matchup to have a righty in right now, because Ariz has slightly better power against lefties, and then it's the clutch rating, which would be the same versus either arm that he's facing. Oh my god, come on, Ghost Fork, sit him down. Oh, and we left the slider in the zone, and he was caught looking on 3-2. All right, got out of our little jam. Now let's break up this no-hitter, take the lead right away. We got Francisco Alvarez leading off in their first arm. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say their number 1 starter, the guy getting their first playoff start, is Edward Cabrera, but no, I forgot. They had a series already before this one. I did forget to look at their team. I normally like to do that before we start a new playoff series. I just completely forgot. We'll do that after this game. All right, we'll take our walk with Alvarez, leadoff base runner. All right, another walk. Still haven't broken up the no-hitter, but back-to-back walks to lead off the 6th. We're threatening here. Oh no, and That is the most obvious thing that was going to happen, isn't it? I can't even begin to explain how often I do something like that in these March to October games. Get things going, get 2 runners on right away, and then immediately ground into a double play to halt any momentum. There we go, Pete. He's not going to miss that right down the pipe. There's our first hit, our first run of the game, and we have the lead. Oh, and then that circle change, man. Either I'm grounding into a double play or way out in front. At least we got the lead. 1 run might be all we need. You never know. Come on, we got to make this play. A lot of speed. I don't think we're going to make this play. Come on, man. We broke his bat, and they have a leadoff base runner with speed. Oh, and he's taking off right away. Are we? Oh, we got him, though. Okay. I threw that forkball. I didn't think he was going to steal right away, but we still got him. There we go. Sit him down with that forkball. That's what I want to see. There we go. The slider sits him down after that leadoff hit. Great inning. Quick inning. Nimmo, please. That's got to go, right? Hanging curve, I'm all over it, and Brandon Nimmo has gone deep. He hit my first home run of the regular season against the Marlins, and now he's hitting my first home run of the postseason against the Marlins. Oh, and then Brett Beatty gets hit on a 1-2 count. Okay, bailed out a little bit there. I'm really surprised they're leaving Edward Cabrera in now. That's 3 free base runners he's allowed. I think it's only 3. And then a home run. And then that perfect swing that Pete Alonso hit to drive in the first run. Oh, I didn't actually want to swing at that. That was an attempted check swing. I would have much rather just, like, check the swing, get rung up, and then we still have a runner on first with only 1 out. Ian Happ, okay. Not letting the inning die yet. We'll get up to second on that one. 2-out double. Oh, and then I got a gift right down the pipe to Alvarez, and I was a little late. Put up another run that inning, though. We're looking good. Plan is to get Senga through the 8th here, and then you know who we're going to in the 9th. There we go. Fastball right down the middle for him after he took 2 pretty solid forkballs. This forkball is not getting the amount of swing and miss as I had hoped for. Well, there we go. Keep it in the zone, I guess, if they want to take it anyway. 12 strikeouts for Senga in his playoff debut. And the grounder to Pete's going to get us out of it. Doesn't even take him 100 pitches to get through 8. Marte, there we go. Leadoff base hit. May as well tack on some more. Why not? Are we going to get in there? Wait, they called me out on that? A knuckle curve? I don't think it was a great jump, but it was a great pitch to run on. Oh yeah, it was a terrible jump, but still. I thought I was in there. I just want to steal bases, man. Can you blame me? It's fun. I could not have picked a better pitch to run on, too. And then I take that for strike 3. But you're talking no slide step, knuckle curve, way out of the zone. And a guy with 92 stealing gets that bad of a jump. That's just... I want to be able to steal bases, man. I didn't get enough of that, even though that's still a pretty solid swing. Especially for a guy with that much power, you'd think it might go further, but I guess 2 runs will have to do it. It should be plenty. As fun as it might be to leave Senga in for a complete game shutout, there's no reason to take that risk when we have a guy like Edwin Diaz ready to come in a save situation. It'll also make sure we don't completely gas Senga if we need him later in the series. Look at that, a perfect 27 for 27 after missing like the first half of the year. 2.51 ERA, 37 strikeouts to only 9 walks. Should be automatic at this point. There we go, 3 pitches, 2 chases on that slider. There's the first out. Broken bat, we'll take that right back to the mound. Oh, and then of course, oh my god, Canna, where are you going? Was that on me or was that on Canna? Well, that's the most unnecessary double I've ever seen. 71 off the bat. I missed with the fastball just slightly, and because it's a rise, he dumps it in. This is actually kind of a scary at bat now with Jazz as the tying run. There we go. Sit him down. Nothing to be scared of at all. Just a little hiccup there. Couple extra pitches, but Diaz gets the job done. Nice and easy first win of the postseason there. Momentum doesn't really mean anything. I was going to say doesn't mean much. It actually doesn't mean anything as far as I'm aware come playoff time. Game 2 then against Miami, still at home. Let's see what situation they give me, and we're up 1 this time. Even easier. I did mention how I usually like to go through and look at the teams we're playing against to scout them a bit, and I forgot to do that. So let's take a quick look at Miami here before we beat them too quick. Actually, first, let's head over here and see they were ranked 16th. So just barely at the top of the bottom half of the league in terms of their overall, but that just means they're kind of overachievers to go into a division like this with as highly ranked competition as it is and be the second best team. But their lineup doesn't look too intimidating. I mean, Gene Segura's still got good attributes. Luis Arias, I'm sure, is annoying with that contact. Jazz had a really good season. De La Cruz is a solid bat. Cooper's a solid bat. They have Soler on the bench, who his attributes aren't looking great, but that power against lefties definitely be a good thing if we don't end up starting any lefties in this series, I guess. Actually, not even just for Soler, but then Segura's better against lefties. Cooper's way better against lefties. And okay, before looking at their pitching, I had to go back to my pitching. It looks like they kept what I had set, which is a good thing, because this is what they normally do, is to make sure that the correct pitcher pitches the next game. They reorder the starting rotation here in March to October, and that's what usually messes everything up. But it looks like it didn't. They just moved Senga down to 3. Verlander's the next man up, but then Scherzer and McGill are still in the rotation. All they did was fill that 5th starter spot, which isn't going to get used anyway, but they filled it with Carrasco, which it's probably a good thing if that spot's not going to get used. Keep these 2 guys freed up to pitch early in a game if need be. But then let's take a look at Miami's pitching. Their 4th best pitcher was Edward, and he's who we just faced. So now we're going to face the top of that rotation. Sandy threw a complete game shutout. Only 2 strikeouts, but 9 innings pitched, no runs allowed. He got the win in his first start of the playoffs. Their bullpen, just based on the ratings, doesn't look too scary, except for the lefties. Even though they're low rated, I'm pretty sure Steven Okert, Tanner Scott, and definitely AJ Puck are all kind of difficult to face. But let's go ahead now and get ourselves into game 2 of the series with this 1-run lead. Verlander's out there through 5. He struck out 7, hasn't allowed a run yet. Wouldn't that be something if we play an entire series without allowing a run? They have a runner on here with their leadoff hitter up. Verlander's still got plenty in the tank. Let's see where our run came from. Looks like a Nimmo double that drove in Lindor. A lot of strikeouts, though, so far in this game. Sandy's punched out 9. Verlander on our side's punched out 7. Oh, and he's going to bunt. Come on. Gotta at least get this out, Pete. Put the tag on him. We got him. Probably should have seen that coming with a quick guy at the plate like that doesn't hit very well. At least we got him out. At least we didn't give up a good enough bunt that he could get on base. You know, that's one thing I didn't think of. I wonder if regression still happens throughout the playoffs. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like the ratings after the regular season are kind of locked in through the playoffs, because we always have players who have like high potential and they've been improving all season, and I don't think they continue to improve throughout the playoffs. So I would hope that Verlander and Scherzer don't continue to regress. And there goes our dreams of not allowing a run in the playoffs. A rise has gotten me twice now, and that one was an actual good swing. Didn't quite get that slider as far inside as I wanted it to. They want me to intentionally walk Jazz, but I am not a coward. Come on, ring him up. There we go. Couldn't hold up on the fastball up and in. Gave up the lead, though. Gotta get it back. Man, and Sandy's only got 68 pitches. We're going to have to do something against him to get him out of this game. And that was a tough pitch right out of the gate. Oh, what a pitch on 3-2. Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to swing at that? I was just about to say my eye has been really good today, and then he goes and messes with it like that. That is a ridiculous pitch. All right, we'll take our walk, though, with Lindor. We've worked 2 full counts here. After I was just saying how Sandy hasn't had to throw many pitches, at least we're making him throw pitches here. And then immediately there's our double play. I have not had an inning yet in this episode where I haven't made 2 outs in the course of 1 at bat. I've had 4 innings offensively in this episode so far. I've hit into 3 double plays, and then I had that 1 at bat where I got caught stealing with Marte and then struck out on the next pitch. All right, there we go. Beatty with his first chance over at third, looking good. Nimmo, you better get to this. All right, he's there. Beatty, another chance at third. Good inning from Verlander. 3 weak contact results, and we're going on to the bottom of the 7th. Hap, that's only going to be 1. I thought I might have gotten a double to lead it off with Hap, and then we wouldn't be setting ourselves up for another double play. Come on, Canna, don't hit it on the ground. Okay, I guess I'll strike out instead. That saves the double play for now. Alvarez! We got him! That's not a ground ball. Oh, man, that came out of nowhere. I shocked myself hitting that one out. Francisco Alvarez off of Sandy Alcantara just gave us a 3-1 lead. What a swing, dude. I felt overmatched from the start of that at bat, and then I came through and do that. Huge swing there, 2-run lead. Now we're feeling safe again. Oh, to bounce back after the home run with that as your 3-2 pitch, why is Sandy the greatest pitcher of all time on a 3-2 count? Marte, there we go, another hit for him. Ever since last episode, I have been swinging a hot bat with Marte, and that's his 2nd hit for me already today. Oh, and there's another perfect from McNeil that should get Marte around, except it's going to go over the wall. That's unfortunate. That was almost a guaranteed 4th run. And that's going to be it for Sandy, though, after that one. Can't even finish 7. Oh, no, on a 3-2 count, I got a pitch to do damage with, and I missed it. Could have had an even bigger lead one way or another. That ball doesn't bounce over the fence, or if I actually made a good swing with Pete. There we go. Fastball up and away perfectly on the corner. I can make some 3-2 pitches also. There we go. Circle change way out in front of it. Double-digit punch-outs for Verlander. And another punch out to make it 11. That is back-to-back starts with 8 innings pitched and double-digit strikeouts for our starting pitchers. And once again, we have a 2-run lead at least to close it with Diaz. Oh, what am I doing taking that? It was such a good at-bat, and then I just let that go right down the middle. Ah, Nimmo. I actually thought I got a run on that. I mean, I kind of did. I just didn't make the best swing. Hap, wait, that one actually is going to get down. Okay, well, guess Hap's the lucky one here between him and Nimmo. I'm taking it. Dude, this Tanner Scott, I'm lucky he's not a higher overall on these rosters because he's already tough enough. Wow. All right, well, here he comes once again with a 2-run lead. Middle of the order coming up. There's only one man I trust. And we're really going to get Fluke to start it. Oh my God. This is the only way. This is the only way anybody's going to do anything off of Diaz is with Fluke hits like that. There we go. Get him off the bases immediately with that double play. Oh, and then Jazz, man. All right, well, 1 pitch and he hit that one 113 off the bat. That's scary. There we go. Fastball up and in at 102 will get De La Cruz. Even putting up 2 hits in the inning isn't enough to threaten. Couple of good 2-run wins at home. Now we just got to take 1 on the road. May as well sweep them at this point, right? I don't see why not. What kind of situation are they going to give us, though? Top 8-0-0. Man, so if I just did not give up that 1 double to Arise, we would have had a chance at not allowing a run in the entire series. Philly won their series, though, so that's who we will face once we take down Miami here. And they're undefeated so far, 5-0 in this playoff run. We've been doing a pretty good job at getting the offense going pretty early these first 2 games of the playoffs, so why not do it one more time? Only have 1 hit on the board, No big deal. We had none in the first game. All right, let's get it going here. Brandon Nimmo up facing the lefty. Luzardo's 91 pitches in, but he's got plenty of energy. Pitch count doesn't really matter. We got to get to him. Oh, man. That was probably hittable, but it had some sharp break. Oh, that's actually a pretty nice swing. There's just nothing behind that. Man, you'd think 2 12-6 curves in the upper third of the zone, I would have been able to do something on one of them. Oh, no, and I couldn't get around on it. I even kind of saw that pitch coming. I was gearing up for the fastball there, and I did not look like it. Okay, there we go. We're at least going to get a hit. Hap, that's gotta... That can't bounce over the wall. Not again. Not again! Why? That's the lead. Why does that have to happen 2 times? That's the lead. And then, yeah, of course, hit it on a rope right to third base and we don't get the run around. That is just terrible. We have Scherzer on the mound. He's gone 7. He still has that amount of energy left, so it's definitely a pitcher's duel today. Makes me feel like it's opening day again. Scherzer with a shutout going into the 8th. Plenty of energy in Miami. There we go. We'll sit him down on the slurve. Another strikeout. That's 10 for him. And now that's 3 straight starts with double-digit punch-outs for our starting pitching here in the postseason. And there we go, pop-up right back to him. He does his job, keeps it scoreless through 8. Let's pick him up here. Let's put up our run here in the top of the 9th. Then we can get another save with Diaz. Oh, they're not sticking with Luzardo. I'm actually kind of shocked. We should be able to do damage against Matt Barnes. I mean, we already did the damage. I have the lead. If we just had a slightly more fortunate bounce, if it was just hit a little bit more towards center field and hit off that higher wall, we would have the lead right now. Pete, there we go. That is exactly what we need here. Leadoff double. Great swing there. Now, the only question is, do I take his bat out of the lineup for any potential extra innings at bats just to get some more speed out there so that we can bring that run around to score? Yeah, and the game's thinking the same thing. What do we got? What kind of speed do we have? We really don't have much speed on the bench. 57 is the best we got. Is 57 speed worth it? Let me see. Before I make my decision, what kind of arms? Outfield has pretty good arms besides Jazz and center. So would I send 57 speed on a base hit anyway? I feel like I probably wouldn't unless we hit it to center. I'm going to stick with Pete just in case we need him. And it doesn't even matter. First pitch to Marte and he puts it in a spot that anybody could score from second on. Alvarez turned on that. Did he get another one? That's at least getting down. It is gonna leave. What a swing. That's 95 up and in right on the edge, and Alvarez is getting around on it with enough behind it to hit it out. This dude, I don't think I got very many at-bats with him since getting the call, even though he was around on the team for a little over half the season. But man, I was missing out. This dude swings the bat. That's a 3 spot before even getting an out. Oh, that was already strike 3. I lost count. Nimmo, he is going to get that one through. That's another pretty nice swing. And there we go. We just had to get a... Oh, hang on. I was going to say we just had to get a runner on first so that we could ground ourselves into one last double play. But whoever's playing third over there, looks like Segura, he had different plans. And McNeil... Nope, McNeil's just going to go ahead and ground into the double play. It's inevitable. Well, if that McNeil swing would have just gotten through, I would have left Scherzer in to complete this, but it's still a save spot, so we'll go to Edwin Diaz. I will not shy away from using the best closer in the game whenever we have a chance to save a game. Ooh, that was a good swing, though. Fam's there. He's right there. Okay. Not a punch out, but another out. That's 2. And another weak pop-up, and that is going to wrap up the division series. Nice, easy sweep. 1 run allowed. over the course of 3 games. 1 run allowed in 27 innings. 3 straight 8-inning double-digit strikeout starts from our starters, and then the 9th inning was picked up each time by Diaz for the save. I think I put up at least 2 runs myself in every single game, which is pretty solid offensively. And we're rolling here, man. This team is not losing any steam from the regular season. Now we got to take on another division rival in Philadelphia. So here we go. It's Philadelphia up next. I never really feel like I trust the little preview ranking things there, but if it is to be trusted, they got pretty good hitting, and that's just about it. So we'll take a look at their team too. I won't forget before the first game. But what about this first game? What's our situation? Another 0-0 tie. So let's take a look at Philly then. They were the 3rd place finisher in our division. They finished the season 2-8. They almost gave it up. If the Braves just also didn't stink down the stretch and go 4-6, they would have made it over the Phillies. They also had a 20-32 record in division. I'm guessing a lot of those losses are to me, but they are the 5th overall ranked team, which technically now is better than us. We've somehow continued dropping. We're down to 7, but they're 2nd overall in contact, 10th in power, and actually 8th in pitching. So I don't know what that little preview thing was based on. Maybe it was actually based on the stats, and this is based on the attributes, but attribute wise, Philly's team is good both offensively and on the mound. And then on top of that, they have the number 1 ranked speed. So yeah, hitting wise, I mean, this is that scary Philly lineup. You got Turner, Bohm, both high contact guys. Turner's actually got really good power if we have a lefty out there. Good thing we no longer have lefties in our rotation. Harper, though, is going to make it tough on the righties. Same with Schwarber. JT's got good numbers. Castellanos. Hoskins is a real thing in this. And then Brandon Marsh and Josh Harrison to round it out to at least give us some kind of a break. I'm surprised. I guess Harrison offensively is a little better than Stott. They don't have much going on the bench, so I'm going to assume... Oh, no, they actually have Stott starting against lefties. But they were in kind of a somewhat similar situation to us, where we were just kind of trying to get guys called up throughout the year. And it looks like for them, it took all the way until September to get Harper up. Only played 22 games. Same thing with Reese, only played 26. But just quick making our way through, they had a lot of good offensive seasons from a lot of these dudes. Pretty high averages all throughout it. Honestly, it looks very similar to the kind of overall season that our guys had. Pitching, they've got that 2-headed beast of Nola and Wheeler back to back, and they both did have really nice seasons. Not too many strikeouts though. And they have Ranger Suarez as their number 3 pitcher. I feel like he can't be underestimated with that pitch mix. I feel like I've had trouble against him. He didn't pitch though the entire year. That's interesting. I wonder if he was also a guy I don't remember from real life. Maybe he was hurt to start the year, so they didn't have the chance to get him up to the bigs until the playoffs. Kind of falls off after that with Taijuan Walker and Matt Strahm both having an ERA over 5. I didn't even remember Matt Strahm was a starter. And their bullpen, I feel like, can be kind of tough. I feel like for some reason I've had trouble with Connor Brogdon in the past on March to Octobers, but then you've got like Gregory Soto with his hard fastball and sinker and the big slider. Didn't have a great year, but he'll pitch well against me. Alvarado's got the hard sinker. Also didn't have a great season, but then Kimbrel, he should be somebody I could hit, but then Sir Anthony Dominguez will be tough with his sinker slider outlier combo. So this will not be easy, especially the first 2 games against Nola and Wheeler. Didn't point it out though, but over on the other side, it's the Yankees versus Seattle, so that would be our potential matchups. It'd be a lot of fun to face Seattle. Man, and actually, they're the 5 and 6 seeds over in the AL. We're the only top seed left. I didn't realize that because Philly obviously was also the 6th seed. So we got 5, 2 6s, and then us as the 1 seed, and that's who's left. We should be the favorites. We should have already been the favorites, but even more so now. So let's get it going. Game 1 against Philly back at home. We we got Senga on the mound, pitching another shutout so far with another big strikeout total. It's raining, and let's get things going here with Trey Turner leading it off. Man, only one hit on the board again. That we've loaded into almost every game here with either one hit or no hits. But Senga's got plenty of energy left, man. He looks like he's only through 2 innings with that amount of energy left. Oh, and oh, it's a hit and run. Okay, I was gonna say they're taking off right away with 48 speed, but makes sense. Come on. Oh no, you gotta, no. Nuh-uh, Pete, you better get on your horse there. Okay, he's there. If that dropped in and they scored on a hit and run grounder to avoid a double play and then that. Dude, nobody swings at the forkball. This is like one of the most hyped up pitches I've ever heard about, and nobody's swinging at it on this game. And Harper takes me deep. Just barely missed a spot, and you can't do that to Harper. Yeah, this is already very different to our Miami series, man. I mean, we've already allowed more runs now than we did in that entire series. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't even realize Aaron Bummer's back. I went to go get our bullpen up and ready to go, and Bummer's here, and we have no Ottavino. Another forkball, and he hits it hard. It's either getting taken or getting hit hard. Gets us out of that inning, though, with only the 2 allowed, and we've scored at least 2 runs in every single game so far, so I shouldn't be worried yet. We got plenty of time. As long as we keep them from doing any more damage, we have 4 full innings just to put up 2 runs, and Aaron Nola is only 44 pitches deep. There we go. Make him work here. Leadoff base hit right back to him. Oh, and here's Alvarez, the big hitter here so far this playoff run. Couple of big homers. Does he have another one in that bat? Oh, did he actually? Please carry. It's at least over his head. Okay, it's gonna drive in a run with 57 speed, but man, I thought with that perfect swing that he got him again. Not quite, but it is gonna give us our first run and get another runner on second with nobody out. Nobody's swinging a hotter bat right now than Alvarez. The crazy thing too is I'm doing this all against righties. He's much better against lefties, and I'm making all these swings against the righty. No, go back to second. Get back to second there with your 24 speed. All right, we'll take our walk. Beatty works it, gets himself on first with still nobody out. We're already working Nola's pitch count. He's up to 55 here without an out recorded. And now here's our probably second hottest bat of the playoffs with Marte. And, oh, no. No. Come on. We don't have to hit into a double play every time we have a double play situation. How is a high and away circle change ending up as a double play? I feel like I'm hitting so well through these first 4 games so far, but I just keep hitting the ball on the ground at the worst times to hit the ball on the ground, and then I swing first pitch and pop it up. We had a huge opportunity there to do more damage than just 1 run, but 1 run will have to do. It's a start. There we go. We'll get JT swinging as far outside on that par as it could have gone, but it worked. Another double-digit punch-out game for a starter. Pop fly on the first pitch to Castellanos. That's an easy out, number 2. Oh, and then another chase on that slider. 11 punch-outs. 1 bad pitch thrown, and that's why we're down right now. But let's go ahead and erase that this inning. We got Pete to lead it off. I say why not just tie it up right away, Pete. He's due for a big swing. He hasn't had one yet. Or I guess he kind of did. He had that leadoff double in Miami. No! Wow. Yeah. I mean, that looks like a pitch that was very hittable, but that is a perfect pitch to get me right there. That slow cutter, middle away, I'm going to be out in front of that every single time he throws it. I guess Lindor is really the one due for a big swing here. He's batting .083 so far. And just right on, oh no, oh wait, it is going to get down, okay. That just kept hanging up there. Oh, and that's going to do it for Nola, really? Oh, and it's Gregory Soto. This isn't even one of the 2 that was warming up. The commentary team was just going through who was out there warming up. It was Kimbrel and Alvarado. So is Soto, is he like coming in cold or something? There's no way to tell. I thought it was going to end up further inside. Should have just let it fly. Maybe I'd foul it off. And Hap, that's going to... right to him in right field. Almost was all over that. There we go. Jammed, popped him up. Lindor will get there. 2 outs away from another 8-inning start. Nobody swings at the forkball, dude. What's wrong with this pitch? That's a perfect spot after he just looked at strike 2 on a low fastball. You'd think he'd be ready to swing through it. Again, dude, I should just stop throwing it. It's just an automatic ball at this point. There we go. We go up and in on 3-2 to sit down Turner. That's another 8-inning outing for a starter, but it doesn't matter unless we come back and get this win. They're bringing in Kimbrel. Not smart on their part. We have Alvarez due up here after Canna. I say we get Canna on again and then take the lead on another Alvarez shot. That's not going anywhere. That is a casual flyout. It's not even close. Are you kidding me? That's a perfect. It must be something with the rain, right? Like that had to have affected that swing. I have never seen a more casual fly ball out on a perfect swing with that kind of launch angle. Oh my God, and I got another one right down the middle and I was above it. Come on, Beatty. This would be a great time to come through with your first hit. Oh. No, you can't do that to me. You can't change cameras. All right, well, that's Beatty on another walk for him. Doesn't have a hit yet in this postseason, but he's got 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Come on, Marte, redeem yourself after that double play last time up. I did not just strike out on that. I think I was late. I think I waited back too long. All right, well, that means this is our first game of this playoff run where we can't pick up a save with Diaz. I think the plan here is we're going to pitch Senga for this first batter, and then they have the 2 lefties coming up. Oh, and Bohm's really got to come through with a hit. You got to do that to me? I don't know. I wasn't thinking twice about it being Bummer last inning when I was formulating this plan, but now that he's coming in, I'm wondering if maybe I should have had Brooks Raley to be the one up and ready to go. Oh? They did ring him up. I missed the spot terribly. How did that get him? Dude, this commentator's talking about Bryce Harper wanting to flush this game because it's been a poor individual performance. Dude's the only reason this game isn't over. I mean, he gave him the 2-run lead on the homer. I don't think he wants to forget this performance. There we go. Punch out Schwarber. Oh, come on, man. We got Real Muto down 0-2 instantly. And then he's taken these amazing pitches to get it back to 3-2. And that... oh, my... Marte... no, okay. I thought he was going to third because they took off. I don't like how that went. Okay, first pitch, we get Castellanos grounding out. No big deal then. Still down 1. Heading into the bottom of the 9th, this is our last chance. We've got 2, 3, 4 coming up. They're going Sir Anthony Dominguez to close this one out. Gotta be ready to turn on the heat. Really need that leadoff base hit from McNeil. We've got 3 guys due up here, though. 3 of our best hitters, but they're 3 of our coldest bats in the playoffs. There we go, McNeil. Come on, get to the gap. No! Oh, that would have been so much bigger to get to the gap and be a leadoff double. At least we have a runner on base to start it, but with how this playoff run has been going with all these double plays, it would have been so much bigger to get him up to second right away. Pete did it! High fastball, and he can't even get it out. Can't hold on to the lead with Sir Anthony Dominguez out there. There is Pete Alonso's big playoff swing finally. Down 1, headed into the bottom of the 9th. It doesn't even matter. Back-to-back swings from 2 of our better hitters that haven't had many good swings yet in this entire playoff run. We've had some good games here, man. I am not always the most consistent when it comes to offense in March to October, but we're sitting here 4 games into our playoff run, and I think I scored 2 runs in the first 2 games and now 3 runs in these last 2 games for 4 straight wins. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this start to this playoff run here, these first 4 games, this is some of the most fun I've ever had playing March to October. We are just on fire here. winning game after game. All these games have been close too. They've been exciting, but we're getting the job done every single time. Now let's see what they're gonna give me here. Game 2 of the NLCS. We're down 1 this time. Gotta make another comeback here at home. Technically though, this is an easier situation than we found ourselves in, because by the bottom of the 6th last time, we were down 2-0. All right, let's go ahead and get game 2 going here. It'll be Verlander back on the mound. Seems like it's got to be another good start if he's only given up 1 run. We have 6 hits on the board though and no runs across. A little bit different. We've been getting held to both no runs and few hits, but this time we actually have a lot of hits without a run coming across. Schwarber homer is where their run came from. We have a couple hits from Marte, a couple doubles on the board. Man, Verlander though, 6 innings, only 3 hits allowed with 9 punch-outs. We're on our way to another double-digit punch-out performance from a starter. But come on, man, Lindor. Pete got his big swing last game. You're still due for one here. All right, I guess we'll take our walk then. The big swing will have to wait. 2 on, nobody out. Let's not hit into a double play this time. Come on, Nimmo, big swing. Put it in the gap and give us the lead. Or hit it on the ground and ground into another double play. Actually, he'll beat it out. The hustle. That's actually big that he beat that out, because that keeps alive the hopes of a deep fly ball driving in a run. No, dude. You gotta beat this out. Oh, he did. I gave myself the green light there on a 3-0, only if I got a fastball right down the middle. I get the fastball right down the middle and hit it 44 miles per hour. The fact that I hit it so slow is what saved us there. That's maybe the worst way to tie a game. Canna? No, it's not. What is going on with Canna? Where's his exit velo? All right, well, Verlander has a ton of energy left, so he, probably could give us that 8 innings as long as we keep things quiet here. There we go, low fastball, and there's double-digit punch-outs again. 5 starts in a row. Oh, but Castellanos. Yeah, I went down 2-0 there. Kind of laid a fastball in, and I don't know, once you get to that spot, there's not much you can do. Oh, and then they're taking that. Got away with that. Hung that 12-6 pretty bad. And there we go. Fooled him on the speed with the circle change. Double doesn't matter. Kept things tied there. Now let's take our lead. Let's get it going. We got Alvarez due up to lead off. Zach Wheeler still out on the mound. Take another name here, Alvarez. Oh, but instead I'm under it. Didn't get the PCI up high enough. I was all over it timing-wise. Just got to do the work with the left thumb. Beatty. Brett Beatty. First pitch fastball, the perfect swing, and he's giving us the lead. I know that's only my first hit with him in the postseason here, but I've put together some good plate appearances. I really like his swing, dude. I wish he would have been around all year. Oh, and Marte, of course he's going to get himself another hit. He's finally done good in the simulation part of the game too, so now that postseason batting average is up over 300. Oh my god, another perfect swing. We got to hold Marte up at second though. It's hit too hard. There we go. We chased Wheeler. I figured it was only a matter of time as we kept making good swings. Who are they going to? Connor Brogdon. All right. Oh, I took it. No, I saw it. I didn't really get fooled. I just thought it was going to end up above the zone. That's just a bad read. My eye has been so good this entire postseason run so far, and that's a bad take. There's Lindor. Nice swing. Sends it right back up the middle. I might have been able to send... Nah, there's no need to. No need to risk that. But that is now a 2-run lead. Lindor comes through with a big swing. One more hit and we can put this game away. Oh, what a play. I thought that might have, I don't know, it might have been gotten by the second baseman if it got past him, but we don't even need to wonder. Can't quite put the game away yet, but a nice 2-run lead going into the 8th. Hoping to keep the same formula here. Get Verlander through this 8th. Diaz ready to go for the 9th. There we go. 3-pitch punch out on the 12-6. Oh, Trey Turner, of course. Ah, man. These Phillies, they're frustrating in one way or another. They either hit the ball hard or They hit the ball weak like that and still gets through. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's not like I've given up all that much to him. Oh, and he's going to take off right. Wait. That was a hit and run. Can we get there? Taking off again. No hit and run. Fastball up and away still isn't good enough to get him. Guess fair enough. He got a good jump. I didn't slide step. And that's going to score him, dude. That's what I'm talking about. They get the hit one way or another. That was... Both those hits were such bad swings. All right, well, we're not going to be able to get Verlander through 8. I think that's going to be the first time this entire postseason a starter doesn't go 8 innings. But we have the 2 lefties coming up. Bummer handled them last time, so he's got to handle them again. They brought in Edmundo Sosa for speed on second, and that's the tying run. And now I can't throw strikes. Come on, Beatty. He's got it. All right. Nice out. Lindor dive. Oh, he dove past it. What? He definitely wasn't getting there without a dive, but he dove right over the top of that. Really? Our pitching's falling apart now? It's a tie game again? They're taking off with their new pinch runner. We'll go ahead and nail him down. Oh, man. But I see, I told you, we did not lock that game up. We needed one more good swing to lock it up, but we left him in it, and now it's tied. Hap, there we go. Lead it off with, well, no, we're still on. All right. Oh, okay. That actually might have saved us. I don't know if that's getting past Harrison. That might have just been 2. But with the deflection, that's none. I'm shocked they're sticking with Brogdon, man. 2 runners allowed. No outs yet. Alvarez, I don't think that's going to drop in. Man, I made a decent swing on that. Just got to wait back a little bit. Take it the other way. But it's Beatty up again. He's having a huge game. Needs one more big swing. No, dude, he just kept spamming that circle change away, and I couldn't make a good swing on it. Kept it in the zone 3 times, and I swung through it all 3. Marte, come on. No, it's right to him. Not towards the gap enough. We had so many chances that inning. So many good pitches to hit. If we're going to win today, it's going to have to be another walk-off. This is going to be the first time this entire postseason that we've had to use more than one arm out of the bullpen. Man, I guess actually I didn't even think about it. I could have just used Edwin now. Could have had him ready to go just in case we took the lead. And even if we didn't, it's not like we have a save situation after this. And immediately as I'm talking about that, we give up a leadoff extra base hit again to JT. That's at least 2 extra base hits now on pitches that weren't even hit that hard. That's a late swing on a pretty perfectly placed slider, and it's extra bases. Oh, and there's another one. That's 2 of that exact type of double now. Jammed inside, and it bounces over that wall for a double. Why? This doesn't need to happen. These might be some of the flukiest runs I could allow. This is the only way that we can lose a game at this point. Is that going to get over Marte's head? Okay, no, he recovered enough. He is going to get up to third, though. Okay, that's not scoring a run. Marte has way too good of an arm, and they're actually going to test it. Okay, I'll take my free out. Only allow 1. We got to make another comeback. Exact same spot we found ourselves in last game, except this time they're going to Alvarado. We got 2, 3, 4 coming up, which that actually was the exact same situation that we had last game. Oh, and even with... Come on, man! That is such a good swing. That's just that much more frustrating because of how they got their run. On a terrible swing, and then a good swing for me can't even get me on base. Dude, we go up 3-0. I get 2 cutters right down the middle. The first one I'm too early on and pull foul, and then that one they make it be just a pop fly. Like, I know that's not a perfect swing, but with 97 power, it's not hit maybe a little better. And Lindor, too early on that 12-6. That, I can't even be mad about that game. When something like that happens, it's just out of your hands. That was just a heat check. The game was like, no, you know what? You've been playing way too good so far in this postseason run. We gotta check your ego. The game just willed itself to a victory there for the Phillies. I mean, seriously. Up until this point, or still, we've only scored 1 run prior to me coming in the games, and I've put up, I think it was 2 runs the first 2 games, 3 runs the last 3 games. So really, so much has been going against us here. There have been no help from the CPU. The only help from the CPU is the fact that in all these games, it's not like the other team has a huge lead on us. Oh, I went from feeling really good about this run to now I'm really just angry and on edge. Hopefully that's it for the game screwing with me here. They had their laugh. Now it's time to maybe give me a nice and easy one to make up for that, or not. I mean, we are winning. We have 4 runs on the board, but we're only up by 1, and we have to load in with 2 runners on and nobody out. This is the prime situation for another bloop hit that's going to drive in that tying run. See, I'm already angry before I'm even loading into this game. This is how you know the game really just got under my skin there. Yankees are up 2-0 on Seattle in that series. I said at the beginning that facing Seattle would be kind of cool. I didn't even think about the whole Mets versus Yankees aspect, so either matchup I think would be fun. But we actually got to get there first, and it feels like it's turning into a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's the Phillies plus the game versus me, and I got to find some way to come out on top. Looks like they've already scored 3 runs this inning, and Scherzer still doesn't have an out, so he'll probably be coming out of this game immediately. Oh yeah, he's got no gas left in the tank. I think we can bring in whoever. I think whoever I decide to bring in will be ready to go. It won't just be those 2, but let's see what we've got going on so far in this one. Only 5 hits on the board, but 3 walks and 2 errors on the Phillies. We have a homer from Nimmo, a couple of doubles. It's a big Nimmo game. And then yeah, it looks like Scherzer was going pretty good up until this inning, but he has 0 outs recorded in the 6th. And he's given up 3 runs with 2 on. And I'm going with a bit of an interesting move here. Rhys Hoskins is up. His power is basically the same righty or lefty, and with a runner on second, it'll be the clutch rating active. And with a couple extra innings to pick up and a high clutch rating himself, I'm going David Peterson in this spot. Don't let me down here, David. This is a big outing. He has a 79 clutch rating, which is the highest of anybody in the bullpen besides Edwin Diaz. And we're only in the 6th with nobody out, so if he can give us multiple innings, that'd be even bigger. And there we go, slow curve. He's going to punch out Rhys. There's 1 down. Double play could get us out of this, although Marsh is pretty fast, so we need to have it hit like right to somebody. That could be it, or I pressed to throw to first before the throw to second went through. I don't know what happened there. I think I thought Lindor was just going to take it to second on his own, so I started the throw to first early, and then since that was thrown off, it was a yellow throw, and we end up with no outs. 2-on-1 handicap match, I'm telling you. Okay, run on Marte again, I dare you. Didn't even get a perfect throw. They're gonna run on him again, not even close. I guess that's the one area the CPU is helping me out on, is underestimating Marte's arm. All right, come on, man. Let's make this not even a contest. Focus up here, make nothing but good swings, and there's nothing the game can do to screw me over. And there we go. Great way to start. That wasn't the best swing, but still timed it up. Right back up the middle, leadoff base hit. That, nope, it's not going to get down. That's a really tough 3-2 pitch. All I wanted was to foul it off, but the CPU's not going to let that happen. If you make contact, it's going in play. Same pitch, just that one was in the zone. Again, we're not going to be allowed to foul it off, because if you make contact, it's got to be put in play. Only time you can foul a pitch off is when it's a fastball right down the middle that you're slightly early on. Then you can hit that foul. Pete, come on, get to that gap. It's not going to get to the gap, dude. How is that happening, too? How is Schwarber just there and left? Didn't that just happen last game? Didn't Marte hit one that looked like it was going to get to the gap, but then he was just there? All right, we still have a lead. I guess there's no reason for me to be this on edge, but come on, Peterson. Nope. Another late swing, extra base hit. Well, it's very late. It's not even just a late swing. That one is very late. He's taking a lead off a second, though. Can we get? No, we can't, because the throw has to be slightly off. Oh, my God. Here we go. 12-6 got him. There's one. Now it's the lefties coming up. He's taking a lead off a second again. Let's try it. We got him. Nice. Okay. You can't take a lead off a second base. Even the CPU doesn't know that. And that was a big out to get, because that would have drove in the tying run. There we go, big time. Sit Schwarber down on 3 pitches. We are holding on to this lead by the skin of our teeth, and we still got to get through 2 more innings. Can somebody please just step up, hit a perfect no-doubter, and give me a little bit of cushion? Wow. I don't know what's happened all of a sudden. Game started getting under my skin, and now I can't make good swings anymore. Dude, these perfect circle changes on the outer half, I'm really getting fed up with. I'm doing everything I can. I actually waited back and timed that one up, and I'm just barely on top of it, so it's not going anywhere. Dude, they're gonna ring me up on that. That might have been the greatest inning the CPU has ever pitched against me, and it was with Christopher Sanchez. All right, I'm going to give John Curtis a try here. Got 3 righties coming up in a row at least. I've already gotten 2 innings out of Peterson. I think we can go to somebody new here to try and get this job done. Come on, fam. Get there, fam. Nice. I really thought he was just going to whiff on that, and it was going to go to the wall to be another fluky extra base hit to start an inning. Oh, another yellow throw. Oh, and Pete can't bail me out. That's such a tough play to make. Trying to get there, trying to make the throw with such a small meter. I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to blame the game for that one, but I think that's on me. There we go. Big punch out there on the slider. There we go. All right, slider gets marched. That's actually big, because now with Edwin Diaz coming in, if we get him down 1-2-3, we won't have to face Harper. Some insurance would be welcome, though, if we want more than a 1-run lead. And nope, we'll just destroy that one on a rope. Actually, it wasn't even hit that hard. That's a really good swing. It was only 92 off the bat. Fam, nope, that's... Oh, no, it is going to get down. All right, I thought for sure Turner was going to get there. Little bit of a fluky base hit of our own. Oh, nice take. All right, another walk. 2 on for Happ. Perfect swing. Do I send? I can't. That was hit just a little too hard. Would have been close, but there's no reason to risk it with only 1 out and Pete Alonso coming up. Or no, it's Lindor. This is our lineup versus lefties. Okay, 3-0 count. I just kind of want to take all the way. Yeah, that would have been kind of a nice pitch to swing on. Wow! Oh, these perfect pitches on a 3-2 count, all postseason long, even the games that are going good. There's been so many perfect, like, front or backdoor pitches on a 3-2 count. That is impossible. It might be a good thing I struck out, because if I swung, that's just a double play. And then wait, no, I thought maybe Schwarber, but look at where that swing was. That is right dead center of the PCI. It's only early. It's not even very early, and it wasn't even 70 miles per hour off the bat. I can't believe that, dude. We load the bases with only 1 out, with our 2 best hitters coming up, and we don't even get a run across. You gotta be perfect, Diaz. I am fully expecting the flukes to happen here. Okay, at least there's 1 out. We got the first batter. Now is where it's probably gonna get frustrating, though, with Turner and Bohm back to back. Okay, well, I didn't anticipate this. We're missing spots now, just barely. I'm going for it. Slider on a 3-2. And we got the swing. Risky, very risky to throw a pitch out of the zone, risk a walk with that kind of speed being the tying run, but it paid off. And there we go. Pop up. We got him. Okay. That's the first game of this entire postseason that I didn't score anything. We go from scoring at least 2 every game to scoring nothing, but fortunate enough to load in with the lead, and we got the win there. Maybe I can calm down a bit finally. That was a big time win. Good performance on the mound from David Peterson too. Unexpected source, but getting out of that first inning without allowing any of the runs, giving me a second. Did he give me 3 innings actually? He gave me the 6th, the 7th. Oh, he didn't give me the 8th. That was Curtis. Okay. But it's a big game to take here to go up 3-1. What kind of situation are they going to give me this time? Another 1-run lead. A little bit easier this time, at least in this first inning. We already have an out and they only have 1 runner on. Yankees have a 3-0 lead now against Seattle, so it's kind of looking like that's who's going to be coming out of the AL. Let's go ahead and get into this one then. It'll be our first postseason start for Tyler McGill, arguably our best pitcher of the regular season. I'm not a big starting pitcher record guy as being a legitimate stat, but we win games when Tyler McGill pitches. He was 21-3 in the regular season, and this would be obviously a big game to pick up here. To not have the series even at 2, we have Schwarber leading off, which is not going to be easy. Looks like Harper already got himself on at first. Let's see what we have so far. We got a Pete Alonso double, Lindor and Pete with the RBIs, and then yeah, McGill. I mean, it looks like McGill's gonna get us another double-digit punch-out game, which actually I forgot to look, but I'm assuming Scherzer didn't get that. I think he only had like 7 last game, so that broke the streak already. But we can get a new streak started with 1 more McGill punch-out. Doesn't have a ton of energy left, not nearly as much as some of these other guys have had starting games, but he should be able to get us through this inning, maybe through 1 more. And oh man, I mean, is that not the most obvious thing? If you're gonna throw the ball up to Schwarber, up and away, you gotta make sure you hit the spot. If there's ever a point to pay even more attention to not get a yellow release, it was right there. He only hit that 352 feet though. It wasn't even like that was destroyed. I'm totally prepared for it to tell me it was a very early swing also. No, they're only calling it early, but there we go. 1 batter in, and we're turning this from loading in with a lead to basically loading in down 1 again. Oh, and we're not even done yet. We're still having late swings, inside out swings, go for extra bases. Oh, is he going for 3? Okay, don't have to be mad about that. The CPU, if there's one thing they're doing for me, it is being way too aggressive on the base paths. There we go. We got our punch out though to get his count up to 10. And that's the only thing that mattered from that inning. Man, it's Nola back out on the mound. They're going 3-man rotation here. Oh, I meant to do this. Oh, look at the energy he has. Wow. Pete though? No, that's... How is Schwarber right there every time I hit it to left? I mean, I know the shift was on there, so it makes sense. It just seems like every time I hit the ball on a line to left, he's just kind of there. There we go. That's a nice swing from Lindor. Schwarber's not going to be there to cut that one off. Nice 1-out double there. Maybe we can get 1 more hit, tie this thing up right away. Oh, that's it for Nola. I kind of skipped past that, but he's done. Already getting to the pen for Soto out there. Nola had a lot of energy, too. I'm kind of surprised they took him out. Maybe they're just playing the matchups here with Nimmo coming up. And Nimmo... Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to move up to 3rd, though. I guess I probably could have if I had, like, a perfect down to the millisecond reaction time to send him to 3rd after that dropped. Oh, my God. The streak of these perfect 3-2 pitches continues. He throws nothing but sinkers at the low part of the zone, and then he finally throws a fastball. And it's perfectly on the edge. That would have been such a good take if it was a sinker like I thought it was. Like that was. And then I couldn't get the PCI up to that, dude. I just... Ooh, things have turned on a dime here, and I can't get my anger under control here. Everything is getting to me right now. I'm going to attempt to leave Tyler McGill in to at least start this inning. He's got plenty of gas left in the tank. He won't have to pitch until the World Series after this game. So we can let him go as long as he keeps getting outs. And he's not even gonna get an out. We get it to 0-2, throw nothing but amazing pitches, then he still hits that. Okay, we should be able to get him at second. It won't be 2 though, but getting the lead runner's nice. That looked like a hit and run. We'll get him at first, but they avoid the double play because of course they do. Alright, Hap should get there. We challenged Turner, got him down on 1 pitch. Still 3-2. That's probably going to be it for McGill. Ooh, they're going to Sir Anthony Dominguez early. Did the one game where I made the comeback against him remove his closer status? Something changed. As soon as the game started angering me, now I can't put together anything good at the plate. I mean, really, I took my 3-1 lead 2 games ago now, and then everything past that point has been angering me, and everything past that point, I haven't scored a run. That was a sinker right down the middle to Alvarez, and I just hit a lazy grounder. Oh, that was ball 4. I completely lost count there. I thought it was a 2-2. All right, well, and good thing it wasn't another perfect 3-2 pitch. We got a runner on for Marte. Another walk for Beatty. Why didn't I swing? What am I doing? I check swung. I think my timing would have actually been solid. Maybe it saved me from a double play. Maybe it was a good thing. Look at the pitches he's making now, though. Come on. No, I didn't. I'm too far under that for a guy like McNeil to do any damage. Oh, man, dude. We got one more chance to prevent this series from getting tied. And you know what? I forgot we were at this part of the order. So McGill will get the first batter, and then it's the 2 lefties. It's Harper and Schwarber, and Bummer's handled them pretty well. So we'll go to him after this guy. Dude, they are just not swinging at anything McGill's throwing. I get to 0-2. I make 3 pretty good 0-2 pitches. At least they're not swinging if it's in the zone either. I guess there's that. 11 punch-outs for McGill. That's his day done. Hopefully Aaron Bummer now can continue what he's been doing against Harper and Schwarber and get them down. Okay, right to Beatty. He made a pretty good swing. Waited back on that slider, but no harm. Come on, ring him up. Game! Ooh. There we go. Keep the slider in the zone. He swings through it. 1 extra pitch. It's fine. This is our last chance, though. We got the middle of the order. All we need is 1 run. And yeah, it definitely looks like Alvarado's their closer now. We got 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. That's back-to-back cutters right there that I've been early on. I've hit way out, but way foul. He threw it again. That time I was too late. Oh, that's gotta go. You can't keep that in. Game. You can't keep... I don't know how anybody can convince me right now that the game is not screwing me over. I just hit a perfect with Pete Alonso. 97 power, and it doesn't leave. Okay, that one is going to get down. We're not giving up. We've worked our way to a base hit from Lindor. We've worked Alvarado into throwing 17 pitches already to only 2 hitters, and we have a runner on. Leaving Nimmo in. He hits lefties fine. He already has a hit against a lefty today, I think. Oh! We worked such another good at bat. Why am I taking that? I mean, I know why I'm taking that. It's because I'm terrified of grounding into a double play. But it's another 3-2 count that I'm caught looking for strike 3. And where do you... Okay, that's fine. Mark Canha, probably not as good of a matchup as Hap, but we also have a runner on second now. Okay, and Canha has good clutch. I forgot about that. So this is actually a pretty good matchup then. Canha did it. Oh my God. Oh, the weight that just got lifted up off my shoulders. Mark Canha, thank you. The second that Pete Alonso perfect swing found a glove, I resigned myself to losing this game. I thought it was over. But Mark Canha, he saves the day. Not only does he keep the game alive, but he also gives us a 2-run lead with that swing. Feels pretty safe. Oh, and then I'm missing that right down the middle. Okay, at least we did our damage. We have Edwin Diaz ready to come in, and we have a 2-run lead. Here he comes, ready to save another game. 4 for 4 so far. Oh, God, on an 0-2? What a take. Oh, my God, and he's taking that too? What's going on here, game? Okay. I actually thought that was going to get past Pete for a second. We'll take that for the first out. Dude, I mean, I know that one's a little further outside, but the eye on these 2-strike sliders. And that one, okay, no, Pete, I don't know how we got that, because it looked like he was already locked into an animation, and then they still let me dive. That was very fortunate. He was already into the slide, the Olay slide there, letting it go past. Probably would have been a double. There we go. Finally, a slider gets him down swinging. That is a win. I honestly, like I said, I was resigned to thinking that we were going to lose that game. And honestly, I was already planning ahead. And if we did end up losing, I was going to end this episode early. I was going to say, we got to reset the mojo. We'll play the next 2 games, get the next 2 wins next time out. But now, it's a 3-1 lead. Let's go ahead and pick up this last win. I don't know, man. Sitting here recording this episode might go way longer than expected, but the last couple episodes of the regular season went a bit shorter than expected, so if this one ends up being closer to 2 hours, so be it. It's exciting. And we have one more game to go, hopefully. One more win to pick up at the bank. We don't need to come back home. Finish out this business trip. What do we have? Another 1-run lead. Oh, and Seattle's trying to make it interesting. They pick up a game after going down 3-0. But we have our ace back out on the mound in Senga here for game 5. He's pitched 5 scoreless. We have a runner on that we'll have to deal with no outs. But that's the only, well, one of the only 2 base runners allowed, whether it was the hit or the walk. He does have a lot of energy to go. Let's see how this game is gone, where our run came from. McNeil has a double, Lindor drove him in, and that's it. Hit from Canna, hit from Alvarez, that's the rest of our offense. Senga's through 5, the 1 hit, the 1 walk, 7 punch outs. He's having an all-time postseason so far. Let's make sure we keep that going. Oh, look at that spot for strike 3. No, man. Oh my God. Turner, Harper, and Schwarber, I am done facing. We got him at third though, no triple, but he ties it again. We can't just hold on to these leads we're loading in with. I don't even remember if I made a yellow release on that. Even if I didn't, that pitch cannot sneak over the middle like that. Not to Turner, who's been hurting us enough already. There we go. Finally a swing and miss through that forkball below the zone, but not before. They just have to go and tie it up again. It's Taijuan Walker out there. So Nola was ready to go on short rest, but Wheeler isn't. So we have a pretty good matchup to score some runs. And I'm striking out on 3 straight pitches to start. All of them in the zone. All of them very hittable. Oh, no. I hit that pretty well, and oh, no, that splitter. I was early on at the pitch before I waited back too long that time. Gotta find the middle ground. Oh, I don't know, man. We got the Harper-Schwarber situation to lead off the 7th. We stick with Senga. I'm sure I won't regret that as I leave a fastball right where you don't want to leave it. Okay, so when I get a yellow release, it goes right down the middle. When I get a perfect release, it goes as far outside on the par as possible and ends up a ball. What am I supposed to do? All 4 of the balls in that count were right there. There we go. Okay, big punch out of Schwarber then. Now it's a bunch of righties in a row. We got our 10 strikeouts, double-digit strikeout performance again. Pop up. All right, Pete should get there nice and easily. That's a big result. Oh, and that's just barely going to squeak through. Okay, and we're still fine. We're still all good. And there we go. He got under it. Lazy fly out to center. We'll keep it where it's at 1. All right, come on, Beatty. I'm ready for another big swing out of you. They said, you saw that. I'm sure I zoomed in on that little result. Was I even close to going around? Look at that. Okay, well, the replay is different than that little thing it showed. By the replay, I definitely went around. So I don't know which one to believe, but if we're believing the replay, then fair enough. See, honestly, right now, this is how Taijuan Walker is getting me. This entire playoff run, I've kind of been able to rely on being patient, waiting for the right pitch, or just drawing a walk. Taijuan Walker is just coming right after me. It's catching me off guard. Hey, look at this. Oh, man. Wait, that was so confusing. I thought that was just going to be a foul ball, but it was fair, and he made the play. Sure, why not, I guess. There it is, McNeil. Jeff McNeil with the perfect shot. He almost went upper deck with 40 power. Everybody's having their moment. Everybody's coming through with a big swing. We had Canna last game. We had a Pete walk-off. We had the Beatty homer. We have the couple Alvarez home runs. And now Jeff McNeil with one of his own. He doesn't show the power often, but when he does, it matters. Pete, nah, I don't think that's hit well enough. Yeah, not even to beat the shift there, but we did what we needed to do. We took the lead. We have 2 innings to hold on to it, though. I'm taking the ball out of Senga's hand, and I'm going to Sandlin. I don't feel super confident about this move, but I think it needs to be done. I didn't feel great about leaving Senga in. There we go. Great start for Sandlin. 3-pitch punch out. Somebody's got to get to this. I'm surprised that's not McNeil's ball, but Marte will handle it. There we go. Turner's not going to hurt us again. Great outing from Sandlin, and we're going to have to make some decisions about the 9th. Usually I'd say it's just no-brainer, bring in Edwin Diaz, but since we've had to use him the last 2 games, I think, he's working with maybe about 70% energy, maybe a little higher. Maybe that's like 75 to 80% energy, but it's also, you can see, you got Bohm, but then Harper and Schwarber. So do I want to be bringing in a lower energy Edwin Diaz to face the 2 lefties like that? If we can pick up some insurance runs here, I'd feel way better about whatever I decide to do. But my other option would be to go Sandlin for the first out of the inning. That would have been nice to hit. But Sandlin for the first out of the inning, and then either Bummer or Raley to handle the 2 lefties. And actually, I have Raley warming up, but Bummer's been handling those 2 lefties this whole series. So if I do decide to do that, I'll probably want him. And I'm taking strike 3 still. That time it didn't even take a 3-2 count. I tried to turn on that with Nimmo, but didn't quite get it. It's not looking good to pick up insurance. Yep, that one timed it up. Not a great pitch to swing at. Not a great PCI. So what's the decision? I don't know if it's ever a good decision to not trust Edwin Diaz in a situation like this, but for some reason my gut's telling me not to. I'm going to stick with Sandlin to face Bohm, and then we're going Bummer to face Harper and Schwarber. Okay, we got our grounder though. Sinker got him to roll over on it. Sandlin does his job and gets the first out. Now it's all on Bummer. The guy who had an over 9 ERA in the regular season. The guy who didn't make the postseason roster for the first series of the year is the guy that we're relying on to get the final 2 outs of the NLCS. There's strike 1. All right, good start. Ooh, Harper's taking the slider. I want to go back to it. Throw that again. And he laid off on it again. Okay, 3-2. We got him way out in front of that sinker. How does that happen? Just one more. Just got to handle Schwarber. That needs to be a strike game. Come on. We got strike 2 on the foul ball. Come on. One more big sweeping slider. Sit him down. Okay, it stayed in the zone. We don't want that. I'm going to it again. Want this low and away. Hit the spot. Oh, he wanted it. Oh, he's fouling off good pitches now. It's a lot of pitches for 2 hitters. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going cutter. Cutter up and away. Hit the spot. We got the grounder. Lindor's there. And we wrapped it up. for a 7-game series that we won 4-1. That was maybe one of the toughest fought series I've had to play in March to October. Not a single one of these games against the Phillies was easy. That first game, we had to walk it off, drop that second game, and then all 3 of the games here in Philly, nail biters. And I don't know, man, this might be the longest video by far that I've ever put on the channel, the longest episode in this Mets series. I normally record these Mets videos in chunks, but I kind of just played this entire episode at once today, and I've been recording for almost 4 hours. So if it sounds like my voice is going, it probably is. But it's all worth it, because we're heading to the World Series. The assumption is that it's going to be against the Yankees, but we got to wait to find out. You never know what can happen. Did Seattle pull out a miracle, or is it going to be a Subway Series World Series? Seattle, whoa! They actually did pull out a miracle. They were down 3-0 and they came back on the Yankee. Oh my God, the Yankees, man. I don't even want to think of what Twitter would be like if that happened in real life. So it is us, the number 1 seed from the NL versus the 6th seed from the AL. We can't take them lightly because the Phillies were the 6th seed in the NL, and we saw how difficult that was, even though it was a 4-1 series. We'll check out what this first game situation is looking like. It's going to be tied 0-0, but that is where we are going to wrap up this monster of an episode here today. I am thoroughly exhausted. Even though we went 7-1, there was so many close games there. I mean, every single one was close. We picked up 6 saves, and the only win that wasn't a save was because we had to walk it off. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I will see you for next episode, which will be the last episode of the Mets March to October.